Thanks to you all for being here today. I appreciate the time. So our goal at Newmont is not just to mine gold, it's to mine gold safely. And my number one priority is that our contractors and employees return home in the exact same condition as when they came. Something we've struggled with in Ghana since we set business up there is driver safety and just human and vehicle interaction. Some of you may face similar concerns, similar risks in the areas you operate. But what we did specifically was to set up a driver education program, including not just our employees, but working into the communities. So we've worked with 190 schools. We've reached out to various communities. Over 25,000 children have been educated in terms of road safety. With our own vehicles, we installed GPS devices that track, among other things, the speed of the vehicle. And when we actually measured that over time, as you can see here, over a year, so January 11 to January of this year, we saw a 90% reduction in driver overspeeds. Just wanted to share that with you. So slide 4 introduces our investment thesis, and the thesis has 4 pillars. The first is the potential for free cash flow growth, so we're not ignorant to the cost challenges that face the industry. And driving free cash flow growth will be essential if the sector is going to regain its multiples. We have strong cash flow potential in 2013. The outlook confirms a second half startup, Q3 for Akyem. I'll speak a bit more about that in a moment. We are focused on optimizing the portfolio from a cost standpoint and expect stable all-in sustaining costs going forward. The focus on portfolio optimization is part of our grander strategy to manage for value, to really focus on total cost control and better free cash flow generation, stronger returns on invested capital. I'll quickly remind you that we are a leader in creating leverage to the gold price through our industry-first gold price-linked dividend. Our stock is currently yielding about 3.9%, and we've returned over $1 billion in dividends since 2011 of last year. April of last year. I'll continue to speak a bit about optimization, but essentially we're looking to maximize our asset value across the portfolio. I think we've done a good job of that. Our 2012 preliminary operating results reflect the 4th straight year we've either delivered on or exceeded our external guidance. Slide 5 just shows our portfolio. It spans across the globe. About 40% of our production coming out of North America, 35% out of Australia Pacific, and the balance spread across Ghana and South America. Our global portfolio not only helps us diversify risk, but it helps open the doors to worldwide exploration programs. So Newmont has access to about 30,000 square miles throughout the globe, and much of that land is found in mining-friendly jurisdictions. And I believe that our land package is really one of the key differentiators of the organization. Just quickly on the outlook for 2012, we're expecting gold production ranging from 4.8 to 5.1 million ounces, which is consistent with what we've historically produced, and it'll be favorably impacted by the Akyem startup again later this year. So you can note that Newmont will report Q4 and full year 2012 results after the market closes on the 21st of February. We will hold our annual earnings conference on the 22nd, and I'd encourage you, if you're interested, to tune in. So turning to slide 6, we'll bring it a bit more Africa specific. Our operations currently reside in Ghana. We're based out of the capital city of Accra. Our region encompasses about 57,000 hectares in mining tenements in one of the world's most prospective gold regions. So in 2012, Africa, the region contributed about 11% gold production for Newmont. We anticipate this again to increase as Akyem comes online later in the year. Beyond that, we are expanding our Ahafo mill capacity. And looking forward, as I may get into in a moment, we've got Ahafo North. So if you think of near-term production, Akyem, a bit more mid-term production, we've got the mill expansion coming on, and then further to the future, Ahafo North. So the outlook for Africa is 625,000 to 675,000 ounces at a CAS of 525 to 575. Total capital will range from about 650 million to 700 million. About 255 of that is Akyem, and the balance is expanding and sustaining Ahafo. So if you've probably heard before, we view the Africa region as our growth engine. We've got the potential to double production over the next few years. Today, Africa is already a major socioeconomic contributor to Ghana. According to an independent third-party study, the region generates 10% of the nation's exports, 5% of its foreign direct investment, and 1.3% of GDP. The region has also directly or indirectly created 48,000 jobs in the country. Now, slide 7. Going into Akyem, we're really excited about the project's future. In my mind, we have one of the best project directors in the world. I've worked with him over several continents, and he has continued to deliver. And as a result of his efforts and the team, the project is about 80% complete right now, going into commissioning, and it's on schedule and it's on budget. And in an era where you continually hear about capital cost overruns in the mining industry, Akyem really stands out as a star. So we commenced mining at Akyem back in September. It will produce in the range of 350,000 to 400,000 ounces of gold per year. We'll actually be hosting an analyst tour later on in the year at Akyem. So if you're interested, please contact Mr. John Seberg, our Vice President of Investor Relations, who's around with us today. So this slide is just a few more pictures of Akyem. In the top left, you can see our CIL tanks as viewed from the process pond. Over to the right upper, you can see just additional construction going on. The lower left, the ball and SAG mills are in their cradles and being put together. So things are going very well. So turning to slide 9, I'll talk a bit about the Ahafo mill expansion. And in my mind, as stated earlier, the future of Ahafo is very bright. Expanding the current mill is a big part of getting that future underway. So once Akyem's up and running, the focus will turn there later in the year. And the idea with this project is simple. It's to take our current capacity of about 7.5 million tons per annum and move it to the 12 to 15 million ton per annum range. It's a straightforward expansion of the exact facility that we have there, so very low risk. And it will accelerate production. So we anticipate the startup of the mill expansion in 2015-2016 timeframe. Cost of capital around 550 to 650 million. Permitting's underway. We'll keep you apprised of the developments as they do occur. So turning to the stuff I get excited about. The growth potential across the region is phenomenal. If you look at Akyem as near term again and Ahafo as midterm, Ahafo North, as I alluded to previously, is the longer term growth potential opportunity for the region. So Ahafo is about 40 kilometers north of our southern operations. There's about 3 million ounces in reserve, and we have an aggressive development program from an exploration standpoint going on right now. Now, development options for the north could include a standalone mill up north, or we could bring the ore down to the southern operations, but again, it's about 40 kilometers, and we're still making that determination and still studying it. So direct scale or district scale exploration programs are expected to continue, and the upside of Ahafo North, you can see, is highlighted throughout the slide. We've got very good intercepts close to surface. So finally, just a bit more on exploration efforts in general. Newmont maintains exploration licenses in about 7,000 square kilometers across the country. 50% of those are held, 50% are held in Ghana. The rest are in mining-friendly jurisdictions. So make no mistake about it, we're serious about profitable growth, and I think we've got one of the best team of geologists in the world working on it. And while we are currently focused on Ghana, we remain interested in growth beyond Ghana's borders. Our potential for free cash flow looks stronger than ever with Akyem coming online. And as opportunities present themselves, we'll put that cash to work. So, working to the next slide, what we're going to talk a bit about is the economic benefits from our organization to Ghana. I hit on this earlier, but I want to take the opportunity to drive it home again. We take our commitment to our host communities very seriously, and we strive to get this right. We take a great deal of pride in doing so, and really that's the key in my mind to long-term sustainability and maintaining our social license to operate. In 26, we've collectively paid to the government in the neighborhood of $375 million in taxes and royalties. We commenced paying corporate income taxes during the second quarter of 2011, which accounts for some of the variance you see in the bar chart. Look, we're fully supportive of transparency, especially as it pertains to our financial obligations, and we recently received the corporate income tax most outstanding company for Ghana. And I should stress that this is a distinction that was due to our compliance. We're not the biggest corporate taxpayer, but we may be in the future as we continue to expand in Ghana. Now, before going to the next slide, just to point out the majority of the direct economic benefit of our operation stays on shore. We studied our spending analysis, as I mentioned earlier, and well over half of Newmont's spending in 2011 stayed in Ghana. So that benefits, obviously, the local community and the national government. I mentioned on the last slide the direct economic benefit. Slide 12 touches a bit more on that. The takeaway here is that for every $1 Newmont spends in Ghana, the local communities realize a threefold benefit. The takeaway, apart from that, is that we didn't make these numbers up, but we'll certainly take credit for them. What the waterfall is showing is really the economy-wide value add of the region's mining operations. So contribution to GDP, again, $174 million. Most of that is accrued to Ghanaian households in the form of wages, the balance across tax payments and corporate profits of local suppliers. This is a very significant example in my mind of the trickle-down wealth creation that we play a significant role in as an industry and as a company. So keep in mind that study took place in 2011, and it was only reflective of our HAFO operations, so you could work through the math and look at what we're going to expand at Akyem and expect similar results. Obviously, economics matter greatly, but at Newmont we really strive to provide lasting post-life of mine benefits to our host communities. Starting with this slide here, my presentation really speaks to those aspirations and addresses Newmont's commitment to social responsibility. Newmont has developed various skills training programs, both at Ahafo and at Akyem. We've worked together and graduated 40 apprentices at Ahafo. These are transferable skills anywhere in the world, and 50 at Akyem. Similarly, we're partnering with the government to enhance existing vocational training programs. We've also initiated several gender-focused programs designed to integrate women into the workforce. We remain committed to a gender mainstreaming program with specific efforts on integrating women into our operations workforce as heavy equipment operators and as our regional management team. So we've also been very supportive of local community women through the formation of the Women's Consultative Committee at Ahafo, which seeks to create a platform to ensure that women's voices are heard in the community decision-making process. So this slide touches on programs that we've put in place to positively benefit our host communities. So several years ago, in conjunction with our host partners, the Newmont Ahafo Development Foundation, the foundation is funded by $1 per ounce sold and 1% of net profit. And I'm happy to say that from 2006 until today, we've contributed about $11 million. The benefit of the foundation won't stop when Ahafo ceases operations, so 10% of the contribution is actually put into an endowment fund that annually is invested, and it provides for post-mining support to the foundation. In addition to the foundation, we have established the Ahafo Linkages Program, and this program's objective, I'm just going to quote the charter here, is to increase income and employment amongst local communities through capacity building of local enterprises directly and indirectly related to Newmont's activities, improving the environment for business development. So this is really about local procurement, working in the communities, training, developing, making a positive impact in the areas where we operate. So I'd like to finish up my remarks on this slide by just talking a bit about agriculture. So more than 95% of the people located within Newmont's host communities are earning their livelihoods from agriculture in one form or another. And for this reason, we establish programs for people in the communities that are impacted by our operations. And these efforts are designed to provide assistance to reestablish their livelihoods. And Newmont's partnered with the Ghana Ministry of Food and Agriculture to do this. So not only has that endeavor boosted our relationship with farmers and the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, the techniques we teach also have significantly contributed to crop yields to levels much higher than they were prior. In my mind, all these programs I've described on the last several slides demonstrate some sincere commitment to our host communities. We don't take these commitments lightly, nor are they just wordplay. Rather, these are programs aligned to Newmont's values and our mission of delivering industry-leading performance. I'll conclude today by reiterating Newmont's commitment to delivering shareholder value through execution of our base operations. As a company, we believe in the mantra of doing what you say you're going to do. And core to that mantra, without a doubt, is execution. We must do what we say we're going to do. And for 2013, that means delivering on our 2013 business plan. We remain focused on delivering the Akyem project on schedule and on budget, while realizing the exploration potential across our Africa region. We're focused on reducing total cost, not just operating costs, not just capital costs, but costs right through the portfolio, from the exploration stage all the way through to closure. We don't believe that growth at any cost is a winning strategy, and we'll only continue to pursue those projects that offer competitive returns. So by maintaining a strong balance sheet and generating robust cash flows, Newmont remains a unique investment platform because we offer the highest return of capital to shareholders through our gold price-linked dividend while delivering ounces that produce current cash flow. Combining these components provides a powerful and compelling value proposition that we believe truly differentiates the company from others. I'm proud of Newmont. I'm proud of the Africa region in particular. It's an exciting time for us. The region is poised to grow, and our company and host community stand to benefit, and I invite you to pay attention to our story. Thank you. Any questions?